The answer: summary and implications. We began the chapter with the broad question, when will people help? Stimulated by the Kitty Genovese incident, Latney and Darley, 1970, developed a decision tree model of bystander intervention. The 5 steps in their model offered a valuable new perspective for understanding when people help, and evidence in support of the model is strong. The more likely bystanders are to notice an event, interpret it as a situation requiring help, and assume personal responsibility, the more likely they are to help. In addition, people who are more knowledgeable about what to do and better trained to deliver assistance are more likely to help effectively. We further considered the situational factors and psychological processes that determine whether bystanders will notice an event, how the event will be interpreted, and whether people assume responsibility. These influences, which are presented in Table 3.3, are not confined to helping situations. They are general principles of group and individual behavior that are relevant to a broad range of social functioning. The cost-reward analysis offers a powerful refinement of the processes described in the Latney and Darley model. The cost-reward analysis extends the Latney and Darley model in 3 ways. First, among bystanders who recognize the need for helping and accept personal responsibility, assessments of cost and reward accounts for some of the differences in helping because of specific aspects of the situation, e.g. danger, and characteristics of the person in need, e.g. attractiveness. In one test of the arousal cost-reward model that systematically varied costs for helping and costs for not helping, and then asked participants what they would do, 76% of participants' helping intentions could be explained by sensitivity to these costs. These factors also figure prominently in very consequential decisions, such as the reasons why donors decide to donate bone marrow to strangers. Second, the cost-reward analysis component of the arousal cost-reward model illustrates the dynamic and cyclical nature of the decision to help. For example, when help is badly needed but is very costly to give, bystanders in this high dilemma may actively reinterpret the situation in ways that alter perceived costs, e.g. by becoming more likely to diffuse responsibility. Third, this framework explicitly considers not only whether a bystander will do something or not, but also what the response will be: direct help, indirect help, reinterpretation, or leaving the scene. Table 3.3, Summary of situational factors and psychological processes that determine whether a person will be helped. Okay, so you have decision steps, possible influences, and impact. Notice the event, influenced by clarity and vividness. Clearer and more vivid events are more likely to be noticed. Influenced by stimulus overload. Excess environmental stimulation reduces the likelihood that the event will be noticed. Interpreting the event as requiring help, influenced by perceptual cues. Events that involve more cues of another person's need are more likely to be interpreted as situations requiring help, influenced by informational social influence. Particularly in perceptually unclear, ambiguous situations, the behavior of others will define whether help is required. Influenced by relationship to the person in need. People are more likely to recognize the need of others with whom they are closer. Influenced by high costs for helping. People may resolve the high cost for helping, high cost for no help dilemma by reinterpreting the situation as one not requiring assistance. Assume personal responsibility. Influenced by immediate and general norms. Norms affect whether people will feel that they should help. Influenced by the presence of others. The opportunity to come to believe that other people can help allows a person to diffuse responsibility. Influenced by focused responsibility. People are more likely to take action when they are in positions of explicit responsibility. Influenced by relationship to the person in need. People are more likely to accept responsibility for helping others with whom they are closer. Influenced by high costs for helping. People may resolve the high cost for helping, high cost for no help dilemma by diffusing personal responsibility for not helping. Choose a way to help. Influenced by knowledge and training. People who are more knowledgeable about the situation can better evaluate alternative courses of action. Implement the decision. Influenced by training and experience. Bystanders who are well trained are more likely to help safely and effectively. The evidence in this chapter also illustrates the general value of social psychological theory and research. What may seem to be obvious at a first glance may actually be quite different under close scientific scrutiny, and often common sense is wrong. Many people who hear about the Kitty Genovese incident attribute the lack of help to widespread bystander apathy and bad or abnormal people, but the research findings suggest a very different picture. When the need of the victim and the responsibility of the bystander are clear and the cost-reward considerations are favorable, people will help, very frequently and very dramatically, as was the case in the rescue of Reginald Denny. People are far from apathetic. In fact, it is remarkable that people will be so helpful to strangers. Why do people help others anyway? That is the question we consider in the next chapter.